taken the medicine, in that case, what happens? That medicine will not getting be any kind of way and all. What they do, they go and strike to some of the organ. Like they might go and affect the liver, they might go and affect the stomach, they might go affect the pancreas. Like this, they can go anywhere and they can affect any part of the body. But if we are taking a proper medicine after consulting the doctor, what do? They just go and react to that particular site only where it is needed. Understood, Shrestha?
Like the virus,
Yes, ma'am.
the virus is strong, it will just stop the growth of the bacteria. If it is weak, it will kill the bacteria.
Correct. So that is
Ma'am,
how they work. Yeah.
ma'am, so today's today we talk about the antibiotics and vaccination.
Yeah. The main topic for today, antibiotics, actually, we have already discussed in the last class, but I was just revising it. Today's main topic was vaccine. So we will be writing about that now since we are done with the topic.
Okay.
So
Like
just
I
take
got
out
the
your copy and start writing it. Yeah, Lasya?
yes, yes. Like I got a network issue, ma'am. That's why I joined a bit late.
Ma'am, virus
Okay,
comes
okay,
under
okay.
an
No,
antibiotic, right?
virus?
Comes under an antibiotic, right?
No, actually, virus is a type of the microorganism. Okay. With the help of
Okay.
a particular virus, we can make the antibiotic.
Okay,
Okay,
so
virus is
basically,
not the antibiotic. Virus is not the antibiotic. Virus is a kind of the microorganism by using which we can make the antibiotic.
okay, ma'am. Ma'am, so basically, can we say that an a virus, sorry, a vaccine is basically the positive of a virus?
We can say that, we can do that. But generally, what happens, positive virus does not have any meaning. It can create a two sense also. Though for you it is positive, right? But sometime you might have heard, like, especially in the case of the doctor's report. If you feel, if you see the doctor's report, if there is something positive, what does it mean? It is really positive or negative?
Negative.
Negative, right? So in the during the COVID time, you might have seen Shrestha that they will be, somewhere in the report it will be positive COVID, positive Corona,
Yeah.
positive, COVID-19. So that is actually the negative impact. So negative is somewhere sometimes calculated as, positive, and positive sometimes checked as a negative. That is why we should not never say that it is a positive virus. So we usually say that the vaccine is formed through the help of the virus, which help us to cure the different diseases.
Okay.
Like, ma'am,
Okay.
our vaccine,
Ma'am,
Yeah.
have you heard?
our
Yeah, tell me.
our vaccine,
Sharan, tell me. Okay, wait. Pranav or Sharan, any one of you can go ahead.
our vaccines made from viruses itself, ma'am.
Our vaccine.
Our vaccines made up of virus, ma'am. If virus,
See, what do they do? What do they do? They will have a big laboratories. In the laboratories, those, the scientists and all those researchers, they will be collecting those virus and they will be storing it. And with the help of the machines and all, they kill them. You might have heard about the hot treatment, cold treatment. Some of the virus can survive. Or during the COVID time also, you might have heard, they will be saying if the temperature will increase during summertime, they will die. Then they said during the winter season, they will die. But that did not happen, right? So these viruses, actually, they will be preserving them. They will be killing them, or they will be reducing the impact of them. And through that, they will start creating the medicine by using the different chemicals. Yes, Sharon, now tell me.
Ma'am, is
Yes, Sharon.
virus only the organism which is the borderline?
Yes, the virus is the only microbe which is on the borderline, actually, out of those five.
continue, ma'am.
Okay, so shall we write now?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so let us start. So today's topic for writing is vaccine.
Ma'am, are you sharing your screen?
Yeah, I'm sharing my screen.
Ma'am, but
Okay,
it's
let me share it again. I'll share it again. Now is it visible?
yes, ma'am.
Okay. So vaccine, a vaccine is made by a weak or killed strain of a disease causing microbe. So how they will be making it? By either weakening it, either killing that microbe.
Ma'am, what's written after killed?
Strain, Strain. So Edward
Okay,
Jenner was a person who created the vaccine for
ma'am.
the smallpox. So Edward Jenner discovered smallpox
Ma'am,
vaccine. Hmm?
so who got the virus that whose virus got completely gone? From it, they will
Who?
create this vaccine.
No, just hold on. Come again.
Ma'am, like I did got how they create the vaccine.
They will be creating the vaccine with the help of the particular microbe. For example, if I talk about the viral disease, so through that virus only, they will use the different chemicals and then they make the vaccine. Like for example, COVID-19. Fine, the COVID-19 virus was there. What they did, they isolated, they collected that virus, and then ultimately through that virus, they started working on them, and with the help of the different chemicals, they came out with the medicines. They came out with the vaccines.
Yes. Okay.
So Edward Jenner discovered the smallpox vaccine in the year 1798. He observed that what he observed that people who were
Ma'am, is that small box or small fox?
smallpox is basically a disease. This smallpox, POX, is a disease. So what he observed that people who were rearing cows did not suffer from smallpox.
Ma'am, so it's like vaccine is to prevent from the virus, and the antibiotics is after getting the
Vaccine is actually for the long term process. Maybe like we
vaccine
have
to
got it
prevent.
for the COVID-19. To COVID-19, we have got vaccination, so it will be working for the long duration. Whereas in the case of the antibiotic, we will be using it to have the impact then and there. For example, now if I am suffering from a fever, then and there now I should get cured, right? So for that, I will be using the antibiotic.
Yes.
Ma'am,
Yeah.
ma'am, how much time did plague you took to prevent, ma'am?
Several years actually. Plaque was so much, distributed that it took so many years. But you are
How?
talking about the eradication, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Ma'am,
Yeah.
explain the link between the rearing of cows and the suffering from smallpox.
Okay. Anything else?
Ma'am, the coming up test is about the biology.
Lastly, I think from your side, you should have to increase the volume because it is very less. I think I cannot hear you much.
Yes, ma'am. But but
No, not much.
Ma'am,
Yeah.
for max, how many takers does it take to eradicate a microorganism, like a disease?
See, it depends upon the disease, what disease it is. Like, initially, the scientists, they said they will be taking much time to prepare the vaccine for the COVID-19, but later on, within somewhere 6 months, they have taken to prepare the vaccine. So it depends completely on that particular microbe.
Ma'am, now I'm clear.
Yeah, you're clear here now. Tell me.
Yes, ma'am. Like I'm asking about the coming up test, ma'am. Like it is about the biology, ma'am.
Yeah, ask me. What do you want to
Ma'am,
ask?
ma'am, the coming up test is about biology, right, ma'am?
Coming?
The coming up subjective test is about physics or biology, ma'am.
Yes, yes. It is from the bio chapter microorganism.
Okay.
Okay, so basically for the plaque, it took somewhere 5 to 6 years to eradicate, but still it is there somewhere where the sanitization is not improved. Still, we can get the plaque problem. It is not like completely eradicated, but yes, a big years of 5 or 6 years they have taken to eradicate it. So it is not now, but yes, so many years back, somewhere I think in 1300s it happened where the whole across the globe we were suffering from the plague, how we were suffering like from the COVID-19 in 2022 around. So yes, but yes, definitely the you know the level of that plaque has been decreased a lot now. Only few areas are there where this plaque has been not eradicated. Okay, someone has asked me about this Edward Jenner discovery.
Yes, ma'am.
As
Like I asked about the link between the rearing of cows and suffering from smallpox, ma'am. Like why people who rear the cows did not suffer from smallpox. You are mute, ma'am. You are muted.
Ma'am, you're not audible to us.
You are mute, ma'am.
Ma'am, he is not audible to us. And we can't hear you.
Ma'am, we can't hear you, ma'am.
Ma'am, we are not able to hear you.
Ma'am, can you hear us, ma'am?
Just 1 minute, I just stepped into the chat.
Now can you hear me?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Fine, maybe because of that the headset problem. Okay, so I was saying the cows. Someone of you asked me how it is linked. The cows who were rearing the cow, they were not affected by the smallpox, right? So what happened? Like for example, I'm the person who is rearing the cow. Rearing means taking care of the complete cow. How they eat, like what should I feed them? How taking out the milk from their body, all those things, the cleaning up of the cows, all those things, all those processes are called as rearing, right? So what happened? Like as a person, I'm rearing the cow. What happened during that time? Since I'm cleaning, I'm doing a whole process from the body of the cow. In my body, I got some of the antibiotics or antibodies, not directly but indirectly. While cleaning them through the hands, I got it. by touching them, maybe through the the clothes. I got it. So indirectly I got those antibodies from the body of those cows into my body. Now what happened, maybe 3 years passed, 4 years passed, and all. Later on, a day came when some of them were suffered from the smallpox, but not I, actually, not I. What happened, that scientists got some kind of doubt, like how come everybody has got this smallpox disease but not this person. So then he realized that, then he started working on the body of that person, and then he got to know that in this person who was rearing the cow, they had that antibodies which he got from the cow. And that is the reason when the virus was attacking my body, I was not able to get that smallpox. Understood? Because in my
Okay.
body already that antibodies are there. So how will I get it? I did not get it because I have the antibodies. Now I am safe. If again the attack will be there, again I have the antibodies already stored in my body, I will not be getting any kind of problem. So that is how it works. But yes, certainly sometimes what happens, these vaccination, like if I talk about the recent example of the COVID-19, we have got the different doses, right? First dose, second dose, third dose, and the booster dose also, some of you might have got it. So these also have the same thing. Like, initially, if first dose you are getting, the chances of getting that COVID-19 will be there. It is not completely, you cannot get it. It will be there. Now, that is the reason they have come up with a strong dose, which is the second dose. Okay. Now, I have taken second dose. By taking those two doses, now I am at least 70% protected, but not completely protected. Okay. And after that, the government, they came with the third one, which is the booster dose. And the booster dose, it was a very heavy dose. And while taking that, after taking that, definitely then we will not be getting it. Is it true? We can't get the COVID-19 now again. Is it true?
No, ma'am.
No, right? It is not actually. It depends upon person to person also about your immunity. That's what we have discussed in the last class. Immunity is basically the body functioning, how your body is working, how it is accepting, how it is rejecting. Like
Ma'am.
you all are sitting in the class. So what are you doing? You're listening to me. Some of you are listening, some of you are maybe not listening to me. It completely depends upon you. Same way, these vaccination, they goes into your body. Now, whether they have to accept it or whether they have to reject it, it depends upon them because of your food habit. If you're taking the healthy food, definitely they will be accepting it. But if in case you are taking unhealthy food in much amount, they won't accept it.
Ma'am,
Yes, Lasya.
ma'am, the antibody would live in our body for a longer time.
Antibodies will be there. If we are vaccinated, these antibodies will be there till the last moment. Okay, so whatever the antibodies are there, they will be there with us. And these bodies, how do they start, coming in our body? Through the mother's milk. You might have seen the newborn child will be there, right? They will be drinking whose mother? Whose milk? They will be drinking the mother's milk, right? So through that mother's milk, from her body, it goes into the child body. And that is how the numbers keep on multiplying in the body of the child. And then after some time, from that vaccination, they will be getting the antibodies. So that is how the numbers of the different antibodies will keep on increasing in their body. Am I
Ma'am,
clear, children?
what if,
Yeah.
ma'am, what if basically when a woman has a kid in her stomach, and then if he gets a vaccine in that time, so does it mean that the kid inside also gets the antibiotic or
Yes,
antibodies?
yes, that's true actually. So whatever, yeah, I'll tell you, when a mother is carrying a child, during that time, whatever she takes through her body, directly, indirectly, it will be connected to the child, right? So definitely it is, yes, the connection will be there through the umbilical cord because that baby is present in a kind of a tissue called as placenta. Now that placenta, which we call as a womb also, mother's womb, right? So in that womb, those connections are there between the mother and the fetus through the umbilical cord. So whatever the mother eats, it goes to the child, and whatever the child release, it comes back to the mother. So like you can take my recent example actually. So I just, like, last year I've given birth to the twins. So whatever I used to eat, they used to get it directly, indirectly. I'll tell you what happened. Uh, it's about my personal story actually, how I have suffered during that time. So I was for 7 month bed rest, complete bed rest. Imagine 7 months I was on the bed. I was not allowed to do anything. The reason for what? Because of the problem, actually. Problem in the sense like infection. So I got some infection in my body initially, like during the pregnancy time. And then later on, the doctor has advised like to have the bed rest. I just left my school also during that time. And I was on the bed. Nothing was able to do it, just taking rest, not enjoying the life, because I was a kind of person. I'm a kind of person who cannot sit idly. I just wanted to work 24 into 7, like anything I am ready to do it. Anyone, for the child I can do anything. I'm like that kind of person. So suddenly I got the bed rest and I was like totally mad. I became mad, like what to do, how to do all those things. Slowly, gradually, I started the things and I started the teaching to the kids by lying down only. And then like this is how, like I started the things. Then I was supposed to give birth in the month of the April, but since in the month of the I remember in the month of the, I think, February, I had something from the outside food I had. And when I had that outside food, I got the infection. Fine. And already I was on the bed rest. I did not had actually during that time from outside food. I did not had anything. But I don't know what happened to me in the month of the Feb. At the end of the Feb, I thought, okay, something I should eat it, like from outside, because I had a craving of that. So I had from outside, and I was not aware that I will be getting the infection and what will be the the complication of that. So I had it later on. After 2 days, I think I visited the doctor. Then she said me, like, you have to undergo a test. I undergone that test, and she said me to wait for a day or two to get the report. I got so she said, okay, fine. So she gave me a particular day, that this day we will be doing the delivery. But later on, when I came back home, she immediately called me and she told me that you have to, deliver the child tomorrow itself. I said, like, what? Tomorrow? Because I was not mentally prepared for that. So then she told me that from your body, that infection is going through the placenta. It is going to your child also. To both the kids, it is going. So I was like, oh, what to do now? So that was a mistake. Actually, I did it. That is why we should not eat, the outside food, because it has a lot of germs. And though outside food does not mean, from the ladies, from the stalls. No, from a very good hotel. Actually, I had it. So then next day in the morning, 6 a.m., we whole family, I just went to the hospital. Then I delivered my both the kids. And imagine for 12 days, they were not with me. Why? The reason why? Because from my body, the infection was there in the body, and they were in the NICU. So daily they were getting, injection from morning, afternoon, in the night time, all the 3 times. Like they were very, very small, they were like this size only. They were very less in weight because of the problems I initially itself I had. So just I think one was 1.9 grams, and the other kid was 1.9 kilograms, and the other kid was 2.1 kilograms. So it was very, very less in weight. And just I was allowed to see them from, from outside, from that glass only. I was allowed to see them. I was not allowed to go in front of them or just to touch them. I was not allowed, because again the problem for the infection. Because when we go into the chamber and all, the maybe I was carrying some of the germs to them. So none of us were allowed. We were like whole family. We used to see both the kids from outside the mirror. And I still remember a day. I think it was some fourth or fifth day. Doctors had clearly said, like, the platelets of one of the kid was, has gone very much down, and the chances are very less that he will be surviving. So we have to go and get like some kind of platelets from the other hospital, and we might shift to the other hospital because of these reasons. So that is how the things happen. This microorganisms are very, very, very actually destructive in nature sometimes, that it can spoil your whole thing, whatever your plans and all. So I never expected that from that food I will be getting some of the microbes into my body, and from my body the child will be getting it. And the child will be for the 12 days they were in the NICU. I was getting the antibiotics from morning. I used to go there, afternoon I used to go there, nighttime I used to go there. So, and at the pain also, because I delivered through the operation. So that pain also was there. Through that pain I was going. So it was like, those days were really, really, really hard and tough for me. So that is, yes, Shrestha, understood how it is connected now.
Yes, ma'am.
So this is actually, I have given you my own example. So, but by God's grace, they both are fit and fine now. And yes, definitely, God have saved them, both of them, and now they're almost like 1 year. So that is how you were hearing their voice crying outside. So fine, children. So we'll meet you in the next class now.
Like, why only
Yeah.
cows, ma'am? Why only cows, ma'am? Why not
Why
other?
only cows? Cows because they have the special kind of the antibodies. That is the reason only cow, not the other.
Okay, ma'am.
Okay, children. Thank you.
Okay, ma'am. Bye. Thank
Bye
you.
Thank
bye.
you, ma'am.
Thank you.
Bye.